The Peterbilt is out. This is in. Christoph's talking to himself. I said you're talking to yourself because I wasn't listening anymore.
That's nice, thank you.
No, he is taking off the old plates to hold the old fifth mule on because they were bolt on so that you could pull it off and on. But he has to do that to get those cross members in. Now he doesn't want to talk anymore since I upset him.
Upset.
He's butthurt. He's a snowflake. Snowflake?
No. I'm good.
Don't want to trigger him now. Anyways. We're doing the fuel tank on this thing now. We have a new one. If you remember from corn planting, this right here blew a hole in the bottom and heated up this plate and it melted the plastic and now the tank leaks. Now, what's happening, look at Marcus, go. How's it going?
Good.
Anything to say?
I'm up to the first line.
Look at him go. Almost empty? No. You'll get there?
I'm off the door out for 1 minute to snap the smoke out.
Yeah. Alright, well Marcus has been pumping this for a little bit. I think I might have to finish it. You getting tired? Okay, well if he gets tired I'll finish it. It's not a big deal. But he wanted to do something, so let him do that. I have the batteries off. I have the step off. I only snapped 2 bolts, these 2, so I'll hit them out because they're welded on the back and weld 2 new ones in. That didn't snap and the 2 right in there did not snap, so we're doing pretty good. And then from what I saw, I should just have to disconnect the fuel line that connects this tank and the other one and it should just slide right off. That's all the fuel that was in it. We knew we had to do this project, so the plan was to run it out of fuel. So what we did is Christoph actually ran it out of fuel the other day.
I did, dude.
And then I put 5 gallons in it and he finished what he was doing. And then it was actually parked outside right here for the last 2-3 days. And then I started it, let it warm up, and while I was cleaning up right here, it stalled. So then we thought maybe it ran out of fuel again. So I put another 5 gallons in it. Still didn't start, so we gave it a little bit of ether motivation. And we put it in the shop, and as it was driving in, it was stalling. But we realized the fuel lines were gelling up. So it is what it is. And we're gonna finish this. So delicate. Okay. But where are your plates? I can show them. You welded them. So they're all back together. He had to grind into it, make everything a V. If I could flip this with one hand. Alright. And that way it actually gets fully penetrated. He did the same on that one right in there. And it'll be good to go. I am now wearing less clothes than before because that was not all the fuel. My hoodie is now destroyed, the diesel, but the rest of the fuel is out. We had a little spillage. I need more sawdust. Anyways, Christoph is saying this is actually going smoother than it came apart.
Not this one.
Oh.
Because I can't go past the...
It's too dark to really record anything, but that one slipped in about 5 seconds.
I did too. I was like so excited.
He spoke too soon.
I did. I should get my mouth shut.
But yeah, that'll be going together. And I'm gonna get... Okay. And I'm gonna pull this tank off now. And get some more sawdust. He's hammering. I got it moving, so I'm gonna pull it out. top fuel line thing.
Did it put out?
It pulled off, but it didn't break it. All right, so that's how it looks when you decide to put your fuel tank here instead of in there.
How's the hole? Oh, I guess you can't tell.
So, as people have been following along, they knew that we were having charging issues with this starting, but we fixed that. But I never really talked about it, but it sometimes would surge when you started it. We have discovered another, where'd my light go? It's like another fuse thing, I'm guessing, because it's a big block. Or if it's not a fuse, it's just like a connection port, and it's corroded.
Tell you to fuck off.
Okay, you can use a little bit more PG. But yeah, it's corroded, and that power looks like it goes into the cab to supply cab power. That's just, it's a bad connection.
Oh, I love it.
This is exciting stuff to find when you're having issues.
Yes, makes it a lot easier.
Good thing we had to pull the fuel tank up. Thanks, Alex, for burning our fuel tank, right? We'd never find that.
No.
I never knew that was there. Marcus is gonna hold the camera for me. So we have found
The problem.
I think this is our last electrical surging problem, because this is another fuse, and as I was trying to pull the plastic off that was warm or melted, it just snapped. So yeah, there's some corrosion on this connection point.
Uh-oh.
No good.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Marcus and me took the steel plates off, right?
Yep.
This is our patch job that got us through the entire year,
Yeah.
but it did end up busting back open, and this side, nowhere else. The other sides were all good, so we must have slacked a little on one side, because it was holding pretty good, and then one day it just went and let go. But we're gonna replace it now. Got all these plates off, and we got to now order some parts too, because that fuse fully corroded and that one connection port there. But that will probably take care of a lot of our issues, since when I fixed this side, it fixed the starting problem, but it still had a small surge, and we were kind of confused. But yeah, if you have a second fuse on the other side that we didn't know about, that'll do it. I got the new one in here, and then Freddie walked by, asked if I was recording this project. Said I was, but I forgot to record opening up the box. But this is the new one. We were gonna get a used one, but the guy was being an asshole. So we spent like the $200 or $300 extra and bought a new one, because we weren't dealing with it. So yeah, that's why we bought a new one. So he was being grumpy because we kept asking why we keep calling if he is taking it out of his tractor. Well, I don't know. Ours is leaking fuel. Yeah, we gave him 3 months, and we were calling several times now after the second to third month, and he was being a dick, so we weren't putting up with it. We'll show you some of Christoph's progress. How many more of the 24 bolts you got left?
3. This one, and there's 2 down there, but they're being bitches, so I'm gonna get the air gun and tighten it, hold it, and then I can put the rest.
Well, yep, she's all back together. He needs to put the torque arm back in.
Both torque arms.
Front and rear.
This.
And he also had to change that air valve
It broke.
for the canisters.
Yep.
I'll show you what's with the 84 now that that tractor at the moment is on a standstill till we get parts coming. Hopefully we can next air that stuff and get it out of here. These are shocks with a spring on them, and it's the mechanical version of the air ride system. I heard that they were out there. Could never get a hold of someone that knew anything of it until one of our subscribers, I honestly forgot what his name was, but it was one of my subscribers that did comment and message me about this, so thank you. We're gonna put it on, we were gonna put it on mine that I drive first, but since this is in here And this one does leak too, just not as much. This one will hold air for like a week because we disconnected it from the air cab suspension, then plumbed it into like that's like a tire plug port, so you can just fill it with an air chuck, and it's pretty airtight. I'll show you the airbag, and I'll move it. And that has been like that for a little over a week, holding air, but it should be up a lot more. And it gets annoying when you're bouncing through the fields. It bounces so much that it leaks quicker. So this is held because we don't use it a lot right now. So we're putting the mechanical on. It might be rougher, but it keeps the suspension or the cab suspended off of all the lines inside, which is what the point is. And then we're gonna order another one set and put them on mine, because mine doesn't hold air for more than a couple hours. I think I'm gonna end it, even though it's kind of short, but we're done for today. And I will continue this video when I do the shocks, but it's kind of a sneak peek on the next one. So you'll see how we change those, and then in the future you'll see how they work. But you want to hold that up next to it so they can see how much. The airbags are about half down right now. So
Does it go this way?
no, the spring has to be on top, otherwise it won't fit.
So this way.
Spring's on top.
Oh, I guess yeah.
So the only thing we actually have to change is the top bolt has to be a little bit longer, because now you have that spring space and maybe a bushing or something.
Go down. Okay.
But yeah, these are a little bit longer. I think maybe both bolts have to be longer, but nothing crazy. We'll do that on both sides, and we'll be able to change that. We got Marcus the helper. My dad's here, learning what's broken. Let's see, we do talk German. We just not on camera, because other than the people in Austria that are watching, or Germany or Europe, they can't understand this.
Sie können das verstehen.
But yeah.
Nicht Dialekt, in Hochdeutsch.
Different dialects in German, but no one understands except for everyone in Europe. That is it for this video, and Christoph's almost done that. Thanks for watching, and I'll update you more. Marcus, you want to say bye?
Bye.